Golfers, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is well. In today's video, we're going to give you 3 basic ideas that's going to help you improve your putting. That's going to translate into more putts being holed on the golf course, and also that's going to translate into a little bit more success in lowering your scores. So I'd just like to put a quick message out there just to thank everyone that's liked, subscribed, commented and also shared all my videos in 2023. It's been much appreciated. Thanks very much. May 2024 be a continued success. So tip number 1, what we want to do is we want to create some understanding of what target we're aiming towards. A lot of people neglect this part, and it's the most basic part, but it's also the most important, and that is aiming the putter face. So we want to aim the putter face where we want the ball to start, and also how that has a big influence on where the ball starts in conjunction with the target that we're hitting towards. So your start line is affected by where you've aimed the club face, so it's really important we get the club face aiming it in a square position towards the intended target. If the face is the impact, the ball will come off a little bit more speed just because you've got less loft. Vice versa, if the face is a little bit more open, the ball might finish short due to the increase of backswing. Visualize getting that white line on the putter square to your intended target. The next issue I see on a regular basis is people don't create enough connection with their upper body and their arms. What tends to happen is they'll set up to the golf ball and their right arm gets a little bit too much on top of the left arm. So simple process, all you're going to do without the putter, start off with place the putter to the side of you, and you're going to go arms facing the sky, both forearms facing the sky. Then you're going to connect your elbows to your upper rib cage like it hits the upper part of your rib cage. Another feeling would be that your tricep, your right tricep to the side of your rib cage, and then your left tricep to the other side. So elbows in, palms to the sky, elbows in, palms to the sky, and also your forearms. Twist both hands so they face each other like you're carrying a box. That's a really good analogy, or like you're carrying a football. As you can see from there, both palms are facing each other and both forearms are in a square position towards the intended target. Making sure that grip's in a good position, making sure that putter grips all the way up the left forearm. If I drop it too much in the fingers, the club gets too low compared to a forearm. Grip end of the club goes all the way up your forearm, and like Matt Kuchar, Tony Finau, grip end of the club going all the way up your forearm. That's going to feel like the hands are a little bit higher at address. The reason why we do that is it encourages us to take the risks at the putting stroke, and we know when things get really quick on the golf course, it'll twist quite a lot. Your right hand on, so the right hand just kind of sits to the right hand side of the grip, left hand sits to the left hand side of the grip. Goes in, elbows hit the upper part of your rib cage. Don't let the grip drop too low, make sure the grip goes all the way up your left forearm. That enables us to actually visually see what position the club face is in. So the lifeline in your left hand, place the right hand on, right hand just kind of sits underneath as well. We're not twisting the right arm on top of the club, we're just letting both elbows sit to part of the rib cage. Twist the elbows in, make sure that club face is nice and square. Elbows in, upper part of the rib cage, tilt forward, making sure that our shoulders are nice and square towards the intended target. Also my forearms, people who struggle with our tempo of their stroke, the end of the club tends to go back the way. Backswing gets a little bit too short, and then we've got to add that speed on the other end of the golf ball. Where the ball needs to come off a little bit more speed. A good position, elbows into the upper part of the rib cage, making sure that club face matches the angle of your spine. Tilt forward, don't get the putting stroke too short, then you've got to increase the length of the follow through. Many people who do that lift the putter head up through impact, leading edge lifts off the ground. We increase the loft, but we also increase the backswing. A longer backswing, but shorter follow through, and you're trying to visualise that the putter is cruising into impact. So the putter is cruising into impact. Backswing, shorter follow through. Just feel like the club head stays lower to the ground on the way through. Don't lift that putter head up too abruptly. Ball just left to centre. Take the putter back, nice longer backswing. Shorter follow through. Ball position just left to centre. Longer backswing, shorter follow through. On the way through, you're keeping the putter lower to the ground. As the club passes your left foot, you feel like the club just sits on the ground next to your left foot. If we lift the putter off the ground, like you can see here, that creates an angle on this wrist. So we're just keeping the putter a little bit lower to the ground on the way through. That keeps that left wrist in a little bit flatter position. Number 1, you need to get the hands in a good position, making sure the grip's a little bit more in the palm. Idea number 2, that's going to help control a little bit more stabilisation of the club face, so club face nice and square. Elbows in, upper part of the rib cage. Feel like your elbows are nice and close to both hips. Set up to the golf ball. Feel like my eyes are over the golf ball. Take a longer backswing, but a shorter follow through. Feeling like that left wrist stays nice and flat. How do we achieve that? The club head needs to stay a little bit lower to the ground on the way through. You feel like you've got 4 or 5 golf balls and you're trying to hit all 5 at the same time. How do we achieve that? We keep the putter a little bit lower to the ground after we hit the golf ball. So as we come through, club head just stays relatively close to your left foot. To thank everyone that's tuned in over the last 12 months, it's been absolutely brilliant. Please feel free to comment below with what's been your best tip 2023 and also what's been your golfing highlight. Have a great Christmas, a great New Year, and we'll see you again in 2024.